You're looking over your left fingertips. You're stepping nice and strong into that front leg. There's been so many points in my life where I found myself at Forest Park, whether it was when I was in college, post-college, when I was trying to figure out what I was doing with life, and even now when I'm doing yoga. Forest Park has always played a role where I know I could come and just feel centered. Step your front foot back, pushing up into down dog. I got certified in yoga teacher training. Extend your right arm up. And then the pandemic happened and it changed my ideas, but in a way it opened me up to so many new people and a need. Through last year and this year, it's just been a great opportunity to come out here and share my practice with people. Coming into our hero's pose. We're sitting on our heels, shoulders stacked over our hips, sitting nice and tall. Take a moment to breathe here. And bringing your hands, palms facing up, you can bring them down by your side. Using your inhale, will rise all the way to the top, lifting your hands above you. And as you exhale, allow your hips to come back down to your heels, hands to the mat. Inhale, flip your palms up, lift your hips. Maybe look up as your hands touch. And as you exhale, allow your hips to come back down. Inhaling, rising. Inhale. And this time, as you exhale, allow your right hand to come down towards your knee, or you can bring that hand towards your hip as you lean over. So that hand can rest on the side of your thigh or knee. If you need more support, you can bring it to the hip. Breathe into your left side body. And we'll inhale, reaching both hands back up towards the sky. And we'll begin to drop our left hand this time, maybe bringing it down to the mat, your side, or perhaps your hip. And as we exhale, we're going to bring our hips down. Start to walk your hands in front of you, taking child's pose. From here, slide your hands up, allowing your chest to come towards the mat, and we're gonna lift our hips up. So we're gonna bring our hips over our knee, our hands are reaching out in front of us, and we're coming into puppy pose now. And then we'll bring our hands so that they're right underneath our shoulders, coming into tabletop. And from here, we'll do a few rounds of cat-cow. So as we inhale, dropping our belly, lifting our chest, looking up. And as we exhale, rounding our spine, tucking in our chin, looking between our thighs. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin, look up. Exhale, round your spine, tuck in your chin, look between your thighs. Continue to flow through cat-cow at your own pace, adding any extra movement that feels good in your body. It doesn't have to look like anybody else's. You can add a down dog or some body rolls or even a child's pose. Just see if you can match your breath with the movement. Allow yourself to play. Whatever happens, it is enough. And on your next inhale, you can meet me back into our tabletop, flat back. And we'll go ahead and send our right arm up towards the sky. Take a moment to look at your fingers. And as you exhale, bring it underneath your body, coming onto your right shoulder. Remembering your breath. Where can you release tension? And on your inhale, press your left hand into the mat as you reach your right arm back up towards the sky, using your exhale to release onto the mat. And we're gonna take that to the opposite side. So we'll inhale that left arm, looking up at those fingers. And as you exhale, take it underneath. Coming onto your left shoulder. Right hand can stay pressing into the mat or bring it behind you for a bind. However you choose to take this pose, know that your variation is enough. Whatever expectations you may have for yourself, let them go in this moment. Honor yourself. Honor all that it is taken for you to come here, for you to arrive to this point. Inhale, press your right hand into the mat, lift your left arm up towards the sky, and then release it back down to the mat. And from here, we're going to take our right foot, and we're gonna step it in between our hands. But we could stay here, we could walk our hands maybe to our knee or thigh, and start to drop that left hip. And just see if you can't feel that stretch. And you can choose to keep your hands here or press it into your right foot, all four corners of your right foot. We can bring our hands into goalpost or cactus arms, palms facing the front, fingers wide. And as we inhale, you can start to lift those hands and maybe coming out of that pose just a little bit. And then as you exhale, sink just a little bit deeper. Again, inhale, easing out of that pose. And as we exhale, sinking deeper, maybe even opening your chest, looking up. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Hold it here for a moment. You can always drop your hands or play with any other variation. Take a back bend. And when we're ready, we'll release that by bringing our hands to frame that right foot again. We'll take that right foot back to meet the left. And we'll prepare to do that on the opposite side. So bringing that left foot in between our hands, help it there, and see how this side feels. Every side is different. So this side may be a little bit tighter or looser, but we can ease into it by maybe walking our hands up to our knee or thigh. We can grow our arms into goalposts or cactus, perhaps looking up. Inhale, straighten. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, and again, this is at your pace. I'm only an invitation. Exhale, one more time. Inhale, reach. Play around with different variations of arms. Take up as much space as you feel needed. And when we're ready, we'll go ahead and frame that front foot. We'll send it back to meet the right. And we'll start to curl our toes, lifting our hips into our first down dog. This may be your first down dog. You may have done it earlier, but if this is your first one, let's take a moment to walk our dog out by bending one knee at a time. Perhaps lifting your heels, coming up on your toes, shaking your head, yes, no. And then when you're ready, start to sink your heels towards the mat. Spread your fingers nice and wide, making sure you're plugging the tips of them into the mat. And we'll go ahead and either step or walk our feet up to the front of the mat, coming into a forward fold. We can bend our knees here. And as we inhale, sliding our hands up our knees to our thighs or shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, bend those knees. Inhale, our hands all the way towards the top. Exhale. I meet so many people who might just come upon me while I'm teaching my class or even when I'm out here by myself. I will start to extend that front leg. I've met several different types of people out here who just use the park for the same reasons. Remembering your breath, to ground themselves, to work out, just to move their bodies, to get it out of their mind and into their bodies. And I think the park provides such a great space for that. Finding your stillness here. I just feel just such a sense of calming when I'm out here looking up into the sky, outside, touching the ground, feeling the earth. There's no other greater feeling when being in your final resting pose, opening your eyes and seeing the blue sky. And it makes me just realize that there's something so much bigger than me at play. And it's just a place that I felt I could come in the midst of chaos, and it really gave me just a sense of peace.